6-race trotters are on the track. It's the New York Sire Stakes, second division. Purse, $40,600. The one is Ciao Dolce, owned by Kjell Anderson. Jason Bartlett drives. The 1A is Plunge Blue Chip, owned by Aki SVANSTEDT. Blue Chip, Bloodstock Inc. and Thomas Anderson. Aki SVANSTEDT is the driver. 2 is All Over Again, owned by Bax Stable and Glengate Farms. John Bax drives. Correction, Mike Simons drives. The 3, Fair Chase, owned by LST Stables, William Devon, and Arden Homestead Stables. Fern Paquette Jr. is the driver. Four is Lima Novelty. Ken Jacobs owns. Jim Morrill Jr. is the driver. 5 is Some Do, Some Don't, owned by Chris and Dale Lawton. Marcus Miller is in charge. 6 is Atlanta, owned by Howard Racing Stable, Howard Taylor and Bradley Grant. Scott Zeron is the driver. 7 is Corrupt, owned by Robert Key. The driver is Jordan Stratton. Trotters head around the clubhouse turn. New York Sire Stakes. 3-year-old trotting fillies have reached the top of the back stretch. They are ready to go. And they're off and racing. Ciao Dolce goes for lead on the far outside. It's Plunge Blue Chip. Further outside, Atlanta inside 4th for All Over Again, and a length and a half. It's Lima Novelty on the outside. Some Do, Some Don't, and our early trailer is Corrupt. They race around the first turn, and taking charge is the 1-9 favorite Atlanta and Scott Zeron. Aki SVANSTEDT got Plunge Blue Chip right in the pocket second. First quarter goes by in 27-4. They come to the stands the first time. Racing third, it's Ciao Dolce. He's got 2.5 lengths on All Over Again. Then a length and a half. Lima Novelty is racing 5th with Some Do, Some Don't. The trailer's Corrupt. They hit around the clubhouse turn. Atlanta, Scotty Zeron, 3 for 3. This horse is so far as a sophomore. She leads at a length and a quarter. Plunge Blue Chip racing second half, 57 flat. Inside third, that's Ciao Dolce. Going to the outside, first over is All Over Again and Mike Simons. On the inside, it's Some Do, Some Don't. Lima Novelty now is a closer on the outside, 5th. The trailer, Corrupt. They get ready to go to the final turn. Atlanta is going to be met by Plunge Blue Chip. Now puts it back by a length and a half. Atlanta hit 3/4, 125 flat. Atlanta has now opened up 2.5 lengths. Plunge Blue Chip, Aki SVANSTEDT will give the chase. They've reached a stretch. It's Atlanta leading it by 3 lengths. Trying to get there is Plunge Blue Chip. Atlanta's got a lot left. She is supreme. It is Atlanta in front, 152-1. Track record for 3-year-old fillies here at Tioga Downs, 152-1. Beats out last year's Barn Bella by 3/5 of a second. Atlanta, magnificent as she can be, makes it look easy in 152-1. The 1A Plunge Blue Chip was second. The 4 Lima Novelty finished third. Please hold on to all tickets until the results are official. Coming into the winner's circles, the 6 Atlanta, owned by Holland Racing Stables, Howard Taylor, Bradley Grant. The trainer is Rick Zeron. Winning driver is Scott Zeron. Atlanta's 4 for 4 in her 3-year-old campaign and is impressive once again. You might have witnessed the best 3-year-old trotter in the country right here at Tioga Downs. Garrett Madison puts on the blanket. New York Sire Stakes. Second division for the purse of $40,600 goes to the fabulous Atlanta in track record time in 1:52.1. Scotty Z's won 3 in a row here today. None more impressive, though, than Atlanta. Let's go downstairs to Brett Reese with the winning driver, Scott Zeron.
Okay, the second division of the 3-year-old fillies, trotters for the New York Sire Stakes here at Tioga Downs, the one that everyone's been waiting for, Atlanta. She found Tioga after she crushed him at Vernon in the Empire Breeders' Classic final. She breaks the track record here today, Scotty. Now, you get to the front, you waste no time here with her. 27-4 to the quarter, then you make them pay in the middle panel, 57. Why'd you go 29-1?
Because I didn't want to have to waste a big mile going in a Sire Stake. You know, I'm hoping that she could do big and great things all year long. The last thing I wanted to do was find the bottom of her lungs, and we didn't have to today, and that's a good thing.
Okay, now there was rumors here at Vernon, maybe Plunge Blue Chip could run you down. You back it down past the half, you turn for home, and then you really put her in high gear, 27-1. You're under wraps down the lane. How much more does she have?
It feels like a lot more. I don't know how much it is. It feels like a lot because she doesn't tire. It's quite amazing. When Aki had pulled the 2-hole, she sensed it. She took off a little bit, and I just slowed her up down the lane because I didn't want to have to go too fast, and evidently the track record.
Okay, now you're certainly one of the top drivers here in North America. Just give us a hint. Can she break the 150 barrier?
If I had to ever call it with a horse, it would be with her. So I'm confident that one day she could do it. If she's got to do it by herself and cutting a mile and whatnot, I don't know, but we'll find out. It's early on.
Okay, thank you, Scotty Z. And now I'm pleased to be joined with one of the co-owners of Atlanta here, Michelle Crawford from Crawford Farms. Is she one of the best trotters you think you've ever owned?
I think so. I'm a little speechless right now. I came here and I told Rick, I said, I'm just so nervous. And he's like, she's just going a training mile. So I think she did.
Okay, now, Michelle, a lot of people here just watch the races. They don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You're the owner of Crawford Farms, you and your husband, Al. Tell us a little bit about what goes on at Crawford Farms, as you guys are certainly big advocates to the game.
Well, we just bred our 75th mare this year, so I think we're in the growing category. And, you know, we have the mommies of all the great ones right now, a lot of them. And the reason we bought into Atlanta is so we would have another great one on the farm to breed when she's done racing.
Okay, folks, you heard it here at Tioga. That's a lot. What more goes on after racing? Thanks to Michelle Crawford. She gives us a taste. Scotty Z gives us a taste. Atlanta takes the second division of the New York Sire Stakes here at Tioga Downs.